The vibrant energy of Buenos Aires took on a somber tone on October 12, 2023. Liam Payne, a name synonymous with youthful exuberance and musical talent, was found lifeless. He had fallen from a third-floor balcony at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel. The news sent shockwaves through the global community of One Direction fans and beyond. What began as a trip to support former bandmate Niall Horan's concert ended in an unspeakable tragedy. Payne, just 30 years old, had been a beacon of light for millions. His journey from a small town to global stardom with One Direction was the stuff of dreams. Yet behind the dazzling smile and charismatic stage presence, Payne battled personal demons. The circumstances surrounding his fall remained shrouded in mystery. Was it a tragic accident, a desperate cry for help, or something more sinister? As investigators began piecing together the events of Payne's final hours, one name surfaced repeatedly: Roger Nors. Nors, an Argentine businessman, was more than just an acquaintance. He was a close confidant of Payne's. Their friendship, however, was a complex one, marked by both support and, as some would allege, a toxic influence. As the investigation unfolded, Nors found himself at the center of a storm, his every word scrutinized, his every action questioned. The world waited with bated breath, eager for answers in the heartbreaking saga of Liam Payne's final act. "Liam was like a son to me," Roger Nors asserted, his voice thick with emotion during an exclusive interview with TMZ. The Argentine tycoon, known for his business acumen and lavish lifestyle, painted a picture of a man deeply affected by the loss of his close friend. Nors's account of Payne's final hours stood in stark contrast to the swirling rumors and speculation. He recounted their last encounter, just an hour before the fateful fall. Payne, he claimed, was in high spirits, playful and happy. He had been chatting animatedly with a group of American wedding guests, enjoying the festive atmosphere. Nors insisted that Payne was far from intoxicated, describing him as tipsy at most. To bolster his claims, Nors revealed that he had visited Payne at the Casa Sur Palermo 3 times that day alone. Each time, he maintained, Payne seemed perfectly fine. There was no indication of distress, no hint of the tragedy that was about to unfold. Nors's narrative, while compelling, did little to quell the growing skepticism. Critics pointed to his close ties to Payne, suggesting a motive to protect his own reputation. The whispers grew louder, questioning whether Nors was a true friend or a wolf in sheep's clothing, his influence over the troubled star a contributing factor to his demise. As investigators delved deeper, they sought to separate fact from fiction, desperately seeking the truth hidden within the conflicting accounts of Liam Payne's final hours. While Roger Nors maintained a consistent narrative, a chorus of dissenting voices emerged from the shadows of the Casa Sur Palermo. Eyewitnesses, emboldened by the passage of time, began to share their accounts, painting a picture that stood in stark contrast to Nors's carefully crafted narrative. Brett Watson, an American tourist staying at the hotel, recalled encountering Payne throughout the day. He noted that Payne's demeanor seemed to deteriorate with each passing hour, his intoxication becoming increasingly apparent. Other guests corroborated Watson's observations, describing Payne as incoherent and visibly under the influence. Even more concerning were the accounts from hotel staff. They reported a series of erratic behaviors from Payne, culminating in a desperate search for cocaine. One staff member claimed that Payne, in a state of agitation, offered a staggering $5,000 to an escort. These testimonies, though fragmented, formed a disturbing pattern. They suggested a man spiraling out of control, a far cry from the playful and happy Liam Payne described by Roger Nors. As the investigation progressed, authorities faced the daunting task of reconciling these conflicting narratives, their every move followed by a public hungry for answers. The investigation into Liam Payne's death quickly expanded beyond the opulent walls of the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel. It became a tangled web ensnaring not only Roger Nors, but also 4 hotel employees: Barrion Paez, Ezequiel Pereira, Esteban Grassi, and Gilda Martin. These individuals, thrust into the harsh glare of the spotlight, found themselves persons of interest in a case that had captivated the world. 3 unnamed individuals faced charges of abandonment of a person followed by death, and supplying and facilitating the use of narcotics. Their identities remained shrouded in secrecy, adding another layer of mystery to the already complex case. Judge Laura Bruniard, tasked with presiding over the high-profile case, faced mounting pressure to deliver justice. With a 10-day deadline looming, she had to decide whether to prosecute the suspects. The prosecution, meanwhile, considered even graver charges: negligent homicide against the hotel staff for their alleged failure to prevent Payne's tragic fall. Central to the investigation were Payne's final moments, a puzzle with missing pieces. Authorities scoured phone records, seeking clues in the digital footprints left behind. Forensic experts meticulously analyzed evidence, hoping for a breakthrough. Even Payne's damaged computer became a focal point, its contents potentially holding the key to understanding his state of mind. Adding to the complexity was the curious absence of CCTV footage of the fall itself. Had the cameras malfunctioned, or was there a more sinister explanation? As the investigation unfolded, the world watched, captivated by the unfolding drama and hoping for a resolution that would bring a sense of closure to the tragic loss of Liam Payne.